Oh, it doesn't. And hey, welcome to Ice Age TV. I'm back. What am I doing now? What am I doing now? Oh my gosh, everybody. It just doesn't end here. Project shows Labor Day. It's Labor Day. You know what that means? You should be in labor. Not meaning you're pregnant. It means that you should be laboring away like I am. It just doesn't end. So the wife and the daughter have gone to lunch and are going to see Prancer. So that gives me an opportunity to surprise the wife and the daughter on a little project I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you. Got to get my equipment out. So got all my tools back here. I do have my grinder. Definitely need my grinder. And, it just doesn't end. Got the fence project done. But now, you know what? Where's my grinding tools? I need an extra grinder blade. I think it's up here in my other bag. So anyways, yeah, what am I doing? Same old thing. Keeping busy. That's what the goal is. You know, as you get older in life, it's so important you stay busy. But you know what? So many people don't. It's pretty... As I get older in life, I'm blown away how many people sit around and don't do anything. It's really bad. I mean, it really is. It's not good for you, your health, your mental health. I mean, it's just not good, everybody. So, let me get my battery undone here because I'm going to carry this grinder. Carry this grinder over here. What's going to happen? I'm going to turn it on, cut my arm up. So, come on, puppies. So, I feel a lot better now that the fence is pretty much self-contained. Not that it's guaranteed by any means for the dogs to get out. But the good news is we got all the wire and fence up now for the most part. And it's not easy for Gypsy to get through. But we shall see. And only time will tell. That's how life works. Only time will tell. The truth shall prevail. So, yeah, the wife and kid, lunch date, horse date, which that's a good thing for the wife to do. So while they're gone, I bought a refrigerator here, what, a week? 2 weeks ago? I just can't keep track. The wife's birthday presents. Bought the wife a brand new nice couch. Then I bought her a brand new refrigerator, and I bought her a brand new coffee maker, but I've never gotten around to taking care of this refrigerator, and I finally am getting motivated with all the things I've nothing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, I'm going to cut these shelves out right here, and we're still going to have the pantry, but I'm also going to do, I think I'm going to raise this one up a little bit because this refrigerator isn't that tall. And so I think I can salvage that, but we'll see. But I gotta clean all this crap out. And you know what? Some of this stuff is just waste. It doesn't need to be here. It's just waste. So I'm gonna get creative and get motivated to try to surprise the wife and the kid when they come home to have a nice second. Like we really need another freezer. Even my daughter's laughing. Why do you need another freezer? Your mom's been asking for one over and over again, so I'm gonna get her a freezer. And I did. And that one was on sale. It's a Frigidaire. So I think we're pretty good. So follow me along as I dismantle this so-called pantry. And what's interesting, when I first moved here, this was the washer and dryer. That's what this was. And it's right here. Here's the water hookup. Still have a 220 in the back. But then when I renovated the house, I converted this big open room in here into the laundry room to get that out of there. Then we made this into a pantry. What I've always had a vision, though, is a really nice wood, like, built-out pantry here would be so much cooler. And there's definitely, if you found the right guy, if I really want to spend the money, I could find somebody to build me a really custom, nice pantry there. But, you know, it's just always money. Another project. And update on Ginger Scout. It gets so aggravating. I was telling the people on Friday that we should push the Scout and Ginger dental cleanings. I already know they're going to call me and go, hey, by the way, your plan covers the dental cleaning, x-ray, blah, 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 but now we need to take out teeth. And it's going to be very expensive. But the young lady on Friday was like, no, don't worry about it. Bring him in, just get the dental cleaning, and then just bring him back another time if you don't want to spend the money for the extraction of their teeth. Okay, but I said, you sure about that? So now, sure enough, and I even asked the woman this morning the same question. But I didn't call her out because I like this woman and I just didn't really want to call her out. I don't know who I talked to on Friday, so that's up to them. Point is, the doctor calls me at basically 1 o'clock today and says Scout's in bad shape. He needs to have all his teeth removed. Yeah. I'm like, how much is that? She's like, $1,300. I'm like, but I already had this conversation. I don't want to do this right now. She's like, well, here's the problem. If you pass on this today, we got to start all over again. So when you bring him back, whenever, she's like, we got to do a whole clean all over again. We may have to do x-rays again. Who the hell knows? She's like, I'm like, wait a second. I was told blah, 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 blah. Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. So I said, for Ginger, you done anything with her yet? She's like, no. Like, then just put that on hold. Let me talk to the wife and see if we're going to spend $1,300 today. I've been to your place like every week. It's like, you know how much money I'm spending? So with the wife's blessing, we're doing it. We're going to do it. So Scout will no longer have any teeth. Well, we've had other dogs go down this road. The dog will still survive. You need them wet food. They survive on dry food. But anyways, that's what's going on. So he's not going to be here until 4 or 5 o'clock, and then poor Ginger's been cooped up at the kennel, or I should say at the vet all day for nothing. But it is what it is. So stay tuned for the more adventures on ice. Let's see the before and after look. Making headway. Making headways. Here we go. So what I'm thinking here is, see here, shelf right here? If I raise this shelf up just a little bit, I don't have to cut this shelf. So it's just really 1, 2, 3 shelving units. So I'm going to do, I'm going to clear off this shelf. Then I'm going to raise it up a little bit, and it'll just be on top of this. So that'll be pretty cool, everybody. We're staying motivated. You know what? It's all about staying energetic and motivated. Do I want to sit down and take a nap? I do. Am I? No. What do you think, puppies? I've marked the furthest point that I can cut. So I just marked all 3. So I'm going to take my grinder. I'm just going to cut. Well, it's not really that difficult. So basically I'm going to cut, I guess on this side right here. That side there and back there. And then this will just come out. It's really interesting on how basically Rebel, it's Diesel, and Rebel kind of stay together, and Tango and Willow kind of stay together as a pack, and then Gypsy and Prince, they stay together, and then like Ginger and Scout. It's interesting that each dogs that I got separately, they hang together. So that's very interesting. All right, getting this stuff here. This isn't as bad as I thought, and I'll eat my words. All right, destruction time. What man doesn't love to destroy things, right? Especially young men. So now, I double checked. This is high enough. This could come down a lower level, but then the challenge is this bracket's going to hit the back of the refrigerator. So it would mean then that I would have to come in further here. So I'm thinking I'd rather still have this extra space here all the way down and not lose, you know, instead of losing in some ways, I'd have to cut it here to squeeze it between here if I bring this down another notch. So, but when the refrigerator's in here though, once it's in front of you, it's going to be very challenging way back here. So I don't think you'll be able to put a lot up top there. So I think my plan, I can always cut more if I have to. So I'd rather try this first. Alright, so there's the first cut right there. So I'll do now, without putting a hole, so now what I'll do, I'll take this out over here, and I'm going to follow it down. How about that, huh? Get this over here to get it out of the way. The pool table is truly the storage table. Unbelievable. That's interesting. So, that's a shorty shelf. This is a longer shelf. So what happened here is I cut it but I didn't know this is like a one-piece shelf. It's not as long as the other one, so that won't work. So this one here, like here, I just can take out the whole shelf here. If I can kind of, probably have to two-hand it. See there? So that just all comes out, and I can't cut it. So that's interesting how that kind of fooled me there, and it's all good. All right. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get all the covering off the refrigerator. I got a great plug back here, and I think this looks really cool and a lot cleaner. So let's do that. And voila! How about that there, huh? I like it. That's great. Oh, it's always about the packaging. So let's say this thing is. This is pretty stout. So this here, just never-ending stuff. See, this can be a refrigerator or a freezer. That's pretty cool. So I don't know where you go about setting that. Oh, here it is, right here. Look here. Duh. So freeze, deep freeze, or refrigerator. Isn't that neat? That's great. All right, that's a project. Just getting that out. So now, I think the wife's gonna really like this. And we had 2 refrigerators years ago, but I mean, anymore, I don't know. It just doesn't end. What happens is our freezer gets so full that I think it just puts a. I think you ruin these freezers when they just can't, you know, have the right airflow in them. It ruins them. That's why I got this, because our freezers are just filled to the brim with crap for the most part. But whatever. All right. So now it's never-ending project of just debris. You know, now you got all these boxes, all this stuff here. And then I got to get creative and really reorganize this. You know, Pepsi, it's crazy. I used to be a Pepsi guy, but Pepsi gives me a headache. I just can't drink Pepsi. I'm not a Coke guy. So, anyways, there you go on that, right? And voila! I'm getting there. Man, I got to get Scout and Ginger. I'm running out of time for the wife gets back. I wanted to surprise her. I get the box out, sweep the floor, and then I think the wife will be pretty impressed. There's a few things. We got to figure out where we're going to put a few things, but oh my gosh, it doesn't end. Oh, the cleanup. It's always the fun part. But you know what? How many steps? Some 11,441 steps today. Not too bad. My goal is 15,000 a day. So 4 days, I'll probably hit that. If you're hitting 20, you're doing 4 times the average person. The average person moves about 5,000 steps a day. 20 is a very active person. 10, mediocre. 15, not shabby. 20 seems to be the more athletic individual. Anyways, cleaning up here. Styrofoam. I mean, it doesn't end. But the good news is, when the wife comes home, she's going to be like, voila, so here we go. How about that, huh? So, a little more organized, a little cleaner. But the really cool thing is, we now have a refrigerator or a freezer to even have more food. Yeah, even to have more food. Oh boy, time to get Ginger and Scouty. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? Take Colorado, but Rebel's funny. He's the last one in. Oh, Pop, we gotta get you in. It's already 4 o'clock. And get the Gypsy, I can. 8 different dog names. Ginger, Gypsy, Scout, Rebel, Diesel. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, let's see if he's gonna trust these guys. Really? Oh, I get my water. Oh, dang it! Get my water. Yeah, I'll leave him here. You know, Rebel's pretty good. He goes right in his cage. Yeah, what's destroyed and get back home? Probably don't want to know. Stay there. Stay there. You guys can be free range. Whatever. The furniture's destroyed. What do you expect to have dogs, right? Sorry, getting here in the Colorado, and that's a project. Just jumping in. Now they have my leashes. I'm surprised I didn't give those back. But whatever. So Ginger was trapped for the day. But now the question is, do I have stuff back here? No. Alright, so now this is, well, the kid always does what she does. Got her crap in here still. Oh boy.